This is 30 letters, or $150.
I am on my way to drop another stack of letters. I've written about 176 letters, which comes out to about $880.
I just made $235 writing.
If you're thinking this sounds too good to be true, you're right. But I found this out the hard way. Not long ago, my socials got flooded with these viral videos about getting paid to write letters. And just like anyone else, I was looking for an easy way to make money from home. My mistake was I didn't do any research and dove headfirst into what would be the biggest bait and switch ever. Just so you don't fall for this scheme, I'm gonna expose the 3 lies about this side hustle, show you my results, and do a live demonstration on the strange way these people are actually making money online. And the first major lie is that this side hustle is easy.
Ever heard of the letter writing side hustle? It's an easy, low-cost way to make extra money. No experience needed.
All these influencers film themselves with a stack of envelopes in their hand and a smile on their face like they just won the lottery or something. But the truth is, handwriting these letters is time-consuming and tedious. I'm not the best with penmanship, but each of these letters are required to contain at least 50 words for the company that you're writing them to credit your account. And for each letter, it takes at least 5 to 10 minutes to write. So if I was to write 25 letters a day, that would take me between 2 to 4 hours to do that with no breaks. And on top of that, these letters have to be specific when it comes to the words you write, even down to the spelling, capitalization, and punctuation. So if you have so much as one letter out of place when you send it to the company, the entire thing is invalid. Another thing these influencers never mention is that the supplies you use to write these letters aren't free. The pen you use to write, the paper you write on, the envelope you put the letter in, and the stamp you place on it all cost money. I did the math and the supplies used to write one letter cost about $1. So you're coming out of pocket before you ever have the chance to receive any cash payments. And notice I said the chance to receive cash. And that brings me to the next lie, which is arguably the biggest lie of them all, which is that you get paid $5 for every letter you write.
$75 an hour just for writing letters and sending to a specific company that pays you $5 for every single letter. $5 for every single letter. Why are you not doing those?
Like I said, at the end of this video, I'll do a live demonstration of this process so you can see why you'll likely never get $5 a letter. But first, let me explain the process. These letters people write are sent to sweepstakes promotions companies and are exchanged for entries into a sweepstakes for a chance to receive a cash prize. So the letters that you're writing aren't getting you $5 at all, but instead $5 worth of sweepstakes entries. And of course, like any sweepstakes you enter, your entry could be selected for a cash prize, or it might not be selected at all and you get nothing. So the general idea behind this side hustle is that the more letters you write, the more entries you get, and the higher likelihood it is that your entry will be selected for a cash prize. And I know that sounds confusing because it's meant to be, but I just want you to understand that you're not receiving any set dollar amount for letters that you write. In fact, the only way to see if your entry gets selected for a cash prize is by using your entries to participate in online Vegas-style games like rolling dice, playing cards, or spinning a wheel to see if your entry receives a cash prize. And if that wasn't bad enough, the sweepstakes entries that you get from writing these letters aren't credited to your online account instantly. It generally takes between 8 to 12 weeks from the time that you start writing these letters for the companies to process them and add the entries to your account. So you could be writing letters for months before you even receive a chance to possibly make any money. Now, as cloak and dagger as this sounds, I actually tried it. And I'll show you my results in a minute, but I have to cover this final lie, which is that anyone can do this side hustle.
Anybody can plug in. If you can write a letter, you can make money, and a lot of it.
Most of these influencers will lead you to believe that as long as you can write a letter, you can make money from home with this gig. But these companies that hold these sweepstakes promotions are quite restrictive in a couple of different ways. For most of these companies, you have to be at least 21 years old to participate in any sweepstakes promotions. So if you don't meet that requirement, this won't work for you. And furthermore, if you live in a restricted state or territory, which there are about a dozen of them as of now, you won't be able to do this either. Now, after I went through the gauntlet of writing letters, waiting months for sweepstakes entries to be credited to my account, and participating in these online Vegas-style games, here are my actual results. For my first batch of sweepstakes entries, I wrote 191 letters. Since it cost me about $1 for the supplies to send each letter, I spent $191. The 191 letters got me $955 worth of sweepstakes entries because I got 5 entries per letter. From using those entries, I received an $844 cash payment. So I turned the $191 I spent on supplies to write the letters into $844. The second batch, I wrote 159 letters, which got me $795 worth of sweepstakes entries. From using those entries, I received a $1,081 cash payment. So for this batch, I turned the $159 I spent on supplies into $1,081. The last batch, I wrote 359 letters, which got me $1,795 worth of sweepstakes entries. From using those entries, I received a $2,286 cash payment. So I turned the $359 I spent on supplies into $2,286. Despite all the lies spread about this side hustle, I was still able to make money online after I learned how the process actually worked. So if you want to watch the live demonstration of how I made money with the sweepstakes entries I got from writing letters, click this video next to see exactly how it works.